Hello once again. Here to do a response of sorts to some contests that are going on. I'm going to try and do a couple of them in one video, so I hope that doesn't disqualify me from any one particular video. First of all, I wanted to apologize once again to Mark, to Glass Orchid Aftermath. I had sent him a message about this, congratulating him for the 200 subscribers, but I did not have a chance to enter the contest. His contest was to show some rock and roll memorabilia. I didn't have anything quite as far back as the 60s, but I did have a couple cool, have a Rolling Stones, and by the way, I know that the contest is over, I just want to show these things anyway. Rolling Stones, it's kind of funny because it's Rolling Stones, but then it's down here it says Mick Jagger and his tour. But anyway, it's a tour book. I don't know the best way to show this, but it's a tour book for the 1972 tour. So that would have been the tour for Exile on Main Street, with all kinds of different articles, and there's if I remember correctly, there's a full discography in here. Press clippings, various different things like that. Yeah, so full discography up to that point. So up to Exile on Main Street, including singles and various other things. So yeah, Rolling Stones booklet from 1972, still in pretty decent shape. It was $1.95 back in the day. And then also a little bit later, a Rolling Stone supplement from Rolling Stone magazine. Rolling Stones, but it was also from Rolling Stone magazine. Supplement with stories and interviews and various other things like that. Similar kind of thing. This didn't have to do with a particular tour. This was just kind of a summary of where the band was at this point. This is 1975. Newspaper articles, various different things like that. Reprints, obviously, of newspaper articles that were out at the time. USA, 1969, Gathering Madness. So, anyway, just some cool little magazines here. This one was $2.50 when it originally came out. $2.50. Okay, so anyway, congratulations to Mark, because as I said that I had really wanted to enter his contest. I've just been swamped. There's too much going on right now. So anyway, apologize to Mark. Congratulations on your 200 subscribers. It's definitely well earned. And that's what I would have shown had I had a little bit more time on my hands. Secondly, I want to send congratulations out to 24dB. I see your videos in my newsfeed, and I swore I was subscribed to you, but I went to one of your videos one time and I just happened to notice up at the top of the little button where it says subscribe, and instead of subscribed with a check mark, it said subscribe. So I don't know whether that was a YouTube glitch or what, but I clicked on it again. So I either subscribed to you the first time without really realizing I hadn't subscribed to you before, or I subscribed to you twice and somehow that went through. But anyway, he wanted to show our worst records, our most embarrassing records, and I picked out a couple of them here. One of them definitely a little bit worse than the other one. The first one I want to show, really not too bad, but it's a record by somebody named Tom Pease, and the record is called Boogie Boogie Boogie. And you can kind of tell with the goat head coming out of what looks like it's coming out of his crotch that this is maybe he's not talking about the same kind of boogie that a funk band might be talking about. I don't know. But this is a guy sort of from Amherst, Wisconsin, and it was recorded in a studio in Madison, Wisconsin, I believe. This is a guy that did, it's sort of a folk music, but folk music for children, that sort of thing, which might kind of explain the barnyard animals and that sort of thing. This was actually given to me by someone who gave me two boxes of records. And I feel kind of bad because I have a feeling she may actually be subscribed to my channel and she may see this. So I just want to throw some cred back her way. There was plenty of cool stuff in the box that she sent me, and this was one of the things in the box that she sent me. Now I'm not including this as an embarrassing record by any means, but she sent me an original pressing, or gave me an original pressing in this box of 9 Inch Nails' The Downward Spiral. So that was in the same box as Boogie Boogie Boogie. So a bit of a mixed bag there. All right, so probably the single most embarrassing record in my collection. There are a lot of records that I may pick up in batches but don't really bother to hang on to. But this one is embarrassing, and I picked it out specifically because it was embarrassing. I picked it out because it was such a bad cover. This is Something for Everyone by Keith Zwiefel and the State Line Playboys. And just get a load of these guys and their outfits there. And, taken in someone's basement. Nice, paneling down there. They've all got little drinks in their hands, and they've all got matching silk shirts. There are the guys, Keith Zwiefel and the State Line Playboys. Again, the album's called Something for Everyone, and you can tell that they're kind of like a polka band. And here's what the first thing says. It's a takeoff on the title, Something for Everyone. Something for everyone. Like a variety of music, then this album should fill your needs. It's got everything from polkas to easy listening. Everything from polkas to easy listening. All right, I'm not going to read you the rest of that. It's all just as choice. It's all just as wonderful back there. But that is probably the worst record I have in my collection. And I apologize if Keith Zwiefel or any of the State Line Playboys are watching this. Hopefully you're able to laugh at yourself, because this is a pretty embarrassing record to have put out. Anyway, that's that. All right, so that was for 24dB, 100 subscribers, I think. So congratulations on your 100 subscribers there, sir. And then one more I want to toss in here. This is me trying to get a bunch of stuff done at one time. So again, I hope this doesn't disqualify me. But Teddy, Vinyliciousness, is having a 200 subscriber contest, and asked us to show our album with the worst ring wear. So first of all, congratulations to Teddy on the 200 subscribers. Another great channel there. I really enjoy watching your stuff, and I've learned a whole heck of a lot about jazz. I definitely have been into jazz, but nothing compared to you, so I really appreciate the education that you're giving us. I had a hard time, and I actually wrote to him and said something along these lines, that I have a hard time with coming up with something with a lot of ring wear, because in general I have a certain degree of OCD, and so first of all, I try to avoid, especially have OCD when it comes to things like my record collection. I very often have passed by records that I really want if the cover is beat, or if the vinyl is beat, especially if the vinyl is beat, but if the cover's beat too. I know there are people, and I've heard people even in the vinyl community say, I don't care about covers. Cover doesn't really matter to me. Cover matters to me a lot. Not quite as much as the vinyl itself, but it's part of the package. And, I'm into the whole, album art thing that you see on the walls and everything like that. And I really want to have my records be in as pristine a condition as I can possibly get them. So, because of that, I tend not to buy records that are beat. And occasionally when I do buy a record that's beat, or maybe had a record of my own from a long, long time ago that's beat, what I usually do is I search for a better copy, a replacement copy, to have a better copy than that in my collection. So anyway, what happens is that I don't have a lot of records in my collection that are beat, that have a lot of ring wear and that sort of thing. But I found one. And there's probably others in there somewhere, but the one that I found is actually, it's beat for a good reason. And that is Deep Purple, made in Japan. Nice ring wear on both sides of this baby. I'd be surprised if there was ring wear on the inside, but there isn't. So, yeah, actually there is a little bit. Little tiny bit on the inside of that thing. But definitely looking at a lot of ring wear on this baby. But yeah, it's a classic album. It's an album that, you know, is hailed by many, many people. And I think the problem with this is that it's on my wish list to find a replacement cover for this thing. But I just haven't found one yet. So, anyway, not one that I'm happy with. Anyway, I just haven't found one that's in good shape. So, until I do, I have to admit the vinyl's pretty beat too. This is generally just a beat record. I don't even play it anymore because the vinyl's so bad, and I value my stylus and my turntable more than I value this record, more than I want to hear this record. But anyway, eventually I'm going to find a replacement copy of this thing. Eventually I'm going to find a copy that doesn't have quite so much ring wear on it. Until then, that's my entry in Teddy's ring wear contest, his subscriber contest for 200 subs. So congratulations to Teddy. Congratulations to Andy, I think it is, 24dB Andy. I hope I got that right. And then also congratulations to Mark, Glass Orchid Aftermath. And I apologize once again to Mark for not getting in my entry on time. So, yeah, that's my vid.